Let them know where you're from, Flint Town. Let them know where you're at, Flint Town.
That's right.
The DALO Urban Podcast.
What was it like working with the Rev.JAMES Cleveland? Because these are like classics in the gospel industry that you've been a part of.
Everybody told me when they found out I'd be working with him, oh, he's one of the meanest people that you could ever work for. He ain't gonna let you do nothing, and you're gonna just be sitting there, you're gonna be like a flunky. James Cleveland was the nicest guy I ever worked for. He picked me up from the airport and he said, I hired you to produce this session, and that's what I expect you to do. Now, are you hungry? And that was the only conversation we had regarding that project. He never stepped in the rehearsal unless it was for him to sing. He never said, well, I don't like this, change that, do this, do that. He let me do anything, to the point where after the session that evening was a live session, Rodina Preston, Billy Preston's sister, and Edna Tatum came to me after the session and said, okay, what did you do to him? And I'm like, I beg your pardon? No. What did you do to him? I said, I didn't do anything. He said, we have been working with Reverend Cleveland for years, and we've never seen him not let anybody else do everything. He normally steps in and does something if it's not but a little. And I told him, well, all I did was give him what he asked me to do. Our next discussion of that session after the airport pickup was the day after the session when he was giving me my check to come home.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
The DALO Urban Podcast.
We talking about artists that have classic hits to this day that you've been a part of. So that's why I'm, just imagining and just wanting to know, how was it just working with these Tramaine Hawkins or being the minister of music for the Road Band?
That was probably one of the highlights of my life. She knew what she wanted. She knew what she heard. Everything had to be a certain way, and it wasn't that she had a diva attitude or anything. She was wonderful people to work for. Through her, I got a chance to get close to the family and to her kids, to Walter, to Ed, to Lynette. I got to be close to these people and get to know these people. I got to work with, I've been working with Michael Wright pretty much all my life, but I didn't know him on that level. Then I got a chance to meet Jonathan and work with Joel. Joel, to this day, even after his death, is probably still one of the greatest drummers that ever lived in gospel or any other genre of music. Joel is one of the best. So I got a chance to work with these people on a regular basis. And we weren't just road buddies. We became friends. And I think that's what made the difference of it, even with working with Tramaine. Even to this day, we still keep in touch.
The DALO Urban Podcast.